There's one, guys. Fish on. Fish on, guys.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode on the Piscifun YouTube channel. Today we've got an awesome episode for you. We're going to be going and we're chasing inland stream brook trout here in central Wisconsin. You don't want to miss this one. One of the problems I always run across when I'm trout fishing is where to carry your worms, where to carry your tackle, because you're wearing a pair of waders. So what I do is I actually use this nice little fanny pack, and what I can do is I can sling it across my shoulder. My night crawlers, got some trout worms. I can keep those all in the main compartment, and then you'll see here in the front, this is where I keep my hooks. I've got my split shots in there. So then I just sling that over my back, and we're good to go, and we can wade the river. Today I'll be using a Piscifun Serpent series. This is a 6-foot 6-inch ultralight rod. The 6'6" ultralight fast action is perfect for inland trout. It has the backbone to be able to handle the bigger fish, yet it's sensitive enough to feel the smallest trout bite. I pair my Serpent series up with a Carbon X1000. The Carbon X1000 is super lightweight, which makes fishing all day for these trout a blast. The lighter your overall setup is, the more sensitive it's going to be able to feel those tiny little trout bites. It's still early spring, so I'll be using a 1,400 gram neoprene wader to keep me warm as I'm wading through the stream. It's a little chilly this morning, so I definitely don't want to get cold on my walk.
Now, when it comes to your setup, it couldn't be easier. All you're doing is matching up a single hook with a split shot. Now, what you want to consider is how big the fish that you're chasing really are. If you're fishing in a river that has a bunch of big brown trout, maybe you can go above a size 4. But in the river I'm fishing, it's mostly brook trout, anywhere between 7 and 12 inches, so a size 4 is perfect. When it comes to your split shot, you want to make sure that you have the right size based on the current or the water level in the river you're fishing. The correct drift is very important in getting these fish to bite.
So guys, I kind of have a couple of different options here when it comes to my bait. My buddy Chris told me a couple years ago that Canadian crawlers, about a half a crawler, is more effective than actual trout worms. So that's what I've been using. That's what I'm going to be using today. So you just take a night crawler, you just nip it in half, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use that for our bait on our hook. Pretty excited today. Love brook trout fishing. It's what I grew up doing. It's one of my favorite things to do. This is going to be our live bait video. We're also going to do a video showing you guys how to use artificial. So that's the setup, guys. Half a crawler that comes all the way up here to a little split shot, and that's pretty much it. And what we're trying to do is make a cast slightly upriver, and we're going to let our bait pendulum downriver, and we're going to kind of hold it in these little areas behind these big rocks. And typically there's brook trout sitting in those areas. So that's kind of the game plan. That's kind of what we're going to do. And we'll see how it goes. Wow, current's pretty strong today. Stronger than I thought it would be. I think one of my favorite things, guys, about fishing like this, honestly, is the scenery. The scenery is absolutely incredible when you're fishing these rivers here in central Wisconsin. I mean, really all over the place. Anywhere you go where there's a stream, there's usually woods around, and it's usually a really pretty scenery. So one thing I really want to point out, guys, you're going to notice that I'm doing this video, even though this water is cold, trout have a covering on their skin that is really there to help protect them and keep them alive. Now, what you want to do before you pick up a trout, I don't have a net today. Before you pick up a trout, you want to just wet your hand, get your hand wet, so that way you don't take that slime covering off the trout's body. All right, guys, got our first beautiful brookie of the trip, about a 10-incher. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and get him on the stringer here. Grab our stringer out of our bag. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of carry this stringer with us throughout the day. And our limit is 3 on this river, so we can take 3 trout. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna slide them down our stringer here. Go ahead and clip that on. And there we go. Trout number 1 for the catch and cook. There's one, guys. Fish on. Fish on, guys. Fish on. He's in the current. Oh, man. Fish on. This feels like a pretty good fish, but it's hard to tell because the current is so strong. Oh, yeah. See that? That fish just jumped out of the water, guys. That's a nice one. Oh, man. That might be a brown, guys. That might be a nice brown. I'm going to try to get him over here. This might be a brown. This is a big brown. I think we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna let it go. I can't tell yet. Oh, that jump was awesome, guys. He came right out of the water. Yes, guys. So I'm gonna wet my hands. Check that out. If I can get him here. This is why you should bring a net. Makes it a lot easier. All right, there we go, guys. Beautiful, beautiful brown trout. Absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let that fish go. I'm not gonna eat that one. You know, a lot of times, guys, when you're out fishing, it's not all about keeping what you catch. Sometimes it's nice to just do a little bit of conservation. Again, I'm gonna wet my hands here. I wanna show you guys this fish before he starts going crazy again. You can see the beautiful colorations on that fish. Absolutely amazing. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let this fish go. There are not nearly as many browns as there are brookies, so I love releasing those when I catch them. That one was a blast, guys. Ultralight, 2-pound test, went airborne in the rapids. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. There he is. There he is. Fish on. Fish on, guys. Oh, man. Looks like a good one. Looks like another good one. Come on, get up. Get up. Oh, yeah. That's a nice brookie, guys. Check that one out. Another beautiful, beautiful brook trout. Definitely over that 8-inch mark. Probably bigger than the last one I caught. Probably closer, 10.5, 11 inches. That'll be another one we'll take home for the catch and cook, guys. That was exactly the same spot. I don't know if you guys can see here, but if you look right here, there's a rock right down there, and there's a little pool right along the shoreline there. That's where I got bit the first time. That's exactly where I just caught this one. Heck yeah, beautiful brook trout. Go ahead, get this guy unhooked. We'll get him on the stringer. Yes, you can see I have my finger now in the back of his gill. That's because I know I'm keeping this fish and I don't want to lose him. So I'm just kind of holding him there to make sure I don't lose the fish. So don't freak out. I realize I'm putting my finger in his gills. It's because I'm keeping the fish. All right, there's our 2 fish so far, guys. It's gonna be a nice catch and cook. We're gonna grill these bad boys up on the grill. Nice, big, beautiful brookies. Love it. And guys, we only need one more fish and we'll have our limit. So we might even do a little catch and release just for a little while here. You know, we've only been fishing for maybe a half hour now. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Oh, it's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Yeah, he's just a little one. Go ahead and wet our hands. See, that's just a little brookie, guys. That one's probably about 6.5 inches. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure we get him unhooked nice and quick. And we'll go ahead and we'll get him back in the water. There we go, guys. Fish on. Fish on, guys. I think this might be our 3rd keeper right here. Oh yeah, that's a nice brookie. Nice brookie. Yep, definitely a keeper. Man, is he fighting? Holy crap. Definitely a keeper. Let's see if we can go ahead and land this fish, guys. There we go. Right there, guys. Last keeper of the day. Awesome. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Love it. Well guys, we got our last fish of the day. Beautiful, beautiful brook trout. I mean, just look at that fish. Absolutely beautiful colors. Nice, big, beautiful fish. I'm gonna throw this one on the stringer. Well guys, that is number 3 on the stringer. That's our limit for this creek that we're in. So now we're gonna take these fish home, we're gonna clean them up, and then we're gonna throw them on the grill. Stay tuned.
All right, guys, we just got home. Got our brookies here. We're gonna go ahead and take them off the stringer. We're gonna get them cleaned up, and then we'll show you how we prep them to put them on the grill. You cut this tethering here underneath their tongue. Then you just cut up from their cloaca all the way up through to the top of that area. And again, you're just gonna grab right there, and you're gonna pull it all out together. It all comes out together. There you go. Again, now you have this bloodline, okay? And all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our thumb and we're gonna run it down that bloodline, and that's gonna clear that out. Look at that, one swipe and we got almost all of it out. Now you're just gonna sit there, kind of make sure you got everything else out, nice and clean. See that there, nice and clean, nice and orange. We'll go ahead and we'll set that one aside. All right, so you guys can see here, fish are all clean. Nice orange insides. Now we're gonna get some butter and then our favorite seasonings and prep them for the grill. They're a little slippery, but you wanna get that inside nice and seasoned up. What I like to do then is take and kind of rub the inside with that seasoning. And I'll do the same thing on this one. Take it, get that seasoning applied pretty liberally. And then last one here. Get all our seasoning in. All right, seasoning's in. Like I said, time for butter now. Now, you don't want to skimp on the butter. The butter is going to be what makes this fish taste amazing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide that butter right on the inside of these fish. If you want to make it easier, what you can do is you can actually just take off the chunks one by one, and you can set them on here. And then you kind of just place them inside with your fingers. You can see we've got our seasoning all on the inside of the fish. Now we're going to take our butter. We're just going to kind of pack it in there. And that butter, it's going to melt out of there. We know that. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and get that butter in there. Same thing on this one. Get that butter packed nice and good inside of that fish. And now we're ready to wrap them in foil and go ahead and put them on the grill. Now we're making individual wraps. So we're just going to rip some foil off, take our fish with our butter and all, and we're going to wrap them up nice and tight in this foil. And then we're going to take and place each of these on the grill. Go ahead, get our grill fired up. Take our trout. We're just going to kind of center them. Place each of them here on the grill. These will usually take around probably 10, maybe 15 minutes, depends on how high you put the heat. You don't want to put it too high because you don't want to burn the outsides. So we're going to go ahead. We'll take a look at them every now and then to check them, but they should be good to go here in right about 10 minutes. All right, guys. While we're waiting for our brook trout to be done on the grill, like I said, we wanted to do a Carbon X1000 giveaway. The Carbon X1000 is the reel I was using throughout this entire video. It is ideal for inland trout fishing. I've got it paired up with a 6'6" ultralight serpent. So let's go ahead and let's do this giveaway. All you've got to do to be entered is like, comment, and make sure you subscribe to the Piscifun YouTube channel. Good luck. To make sure we've got an even cook, we're kind of just turning these fish over. You can hear them sizzling as I came over here. Another thing some people like to do is they like to use lemon, but I personally prefer just the taste of the butter and the seasoning. See, that meat is perfectly ready. That one's good to go, so we'll take that one off. And make sure you're really careful with this because the aluminum gets pretty darn hot. All right, guys, this fish is done. You can see all that butter on the inside. That meat is just beautifully, beautifully flaky. I mean, that's just amazing right there. So we're gonna wait for these other two to be done, and then it's taste test time. All right, guys, so this brook trout is nice and beautifully done. You can see the skin just peels right off the meat here. And so we're gonna go ahead, and what you do is you take your fork and you just peel it right off the bones. You can see now here, there's bones right here. All I did was peel this piece of fish right off that bone. There's no bones in this piece of meat here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our taste test. Oh my God, that is amazing. So my daughter's behind the camera right now. She's a little worried about trying this because she's never really been a big fishy person, but she's gonna try this next. I think she will be amazed how good this is. All right, so we just peeled this piece off here. Now Zai is going to give it a shot. So what do you think?
It tastes like chicken.
Yeah, when you cook it the right way, when you use the butter and the seasoning,
It's so good.
you can't even taste the fishiness. It's really good, isn't it? Going in for seconds.
So good.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to another awesome episode here on the Piscifun YouTube channel. We caught so many trout this morning. It was super fun, and we got to sit here and do a catch and cook plus the Carbon X giveaway. Make sure that you guys enter. We're looking forward to giving away that reel. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Head on over, check us out on Instagram, and hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you on the water next time.